This evening on ENN Tonight.
Schools are opening around Alamance County, and the one covering it, ENN's Angelina Fantaroni. Stay tuned to see what's going on for Elon Elementary's first day back.
And tonight, an exclusive interview with President of Elon University, Connie Book.
Far surpassed our goal with, we have a growth of 25% in graduate students this year.
Stick around to see all the updates, delays, and expectations when it comes to freshman parking, as there's a lot to unpack here.
Those stories and more,
ENN Tonight starts now. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for our first edition of ENN Tonight this semester. I'm Charlotte Fabi.
And I'm Alice Morrissey. Let's dive right into this week's top stories.
Starting off, just this afternoon, a car swerved over the sidewalk into the parking lot of the Elon Oaks Veterinary Hospital, right next to Mill Point. And if we can take a look at this video right here, you can see it's a dark blue sports car. But after speaking with a firefighter on the scene, there were no reported injuries and no other vehicles were damaged. The firefighter says they're looking into the cause of the accident.
And a major update, Elon University's registrar has announced that class times for the upcoming winter term will be extended by 15 minutes. Along with the extended class times, morning winter classes will start at 8:30 instead of 9. According to an email sent out to some faculty members, the class times for winter term will be 8:30 to 11:45 and 1:30 to 4:45.
And earlier today, ENN's Angelina Fantaroni was outside Elon Elementary to see how dismissal went for their first day of school. Let's take a look.
Happy first day of school to the Alamance Burlington school system. I'm here at Elon Elementary, and as you can see behind me, there are school buses and parents waiting in line at dismissal time to pick the kids up after their first day back. This year, students at ABSS are walking into some big changes. First, cell phones are now restricted in North Carolina K-12 classrooms, following a new state law known as the Cell Phone Free Education Bill. District leaders say the move should reduce distractions and boost focus. Another major change, ABSS has officially switched from PowerSchool, their student information system, to Infinite Campus. This is used for managing grades and parent communication. This change comes after a PowerSchool data breach last winter. Also new this year, some ABSS schools are launching a relationship-building program called Capturing Kids' Hearts, aimed at strengthening classroom culture. And while ABSS returned to school today, Elon University students kick off their first day of classes tomorrow.
And now joining us live at Elon University's Health EU building is Angelina. Hey, Angelina. How was the first day of school for these kids?
Good evening, Charlotte and Alice. We are having an absolutely great time at ABSS today. There were so many parents picking up their students, and there were so many school buses. However, there were so many cars taking up that road. There was even a cop, like an Elon Town Police. I don't know if he's there every day, but he was there today making sure traffic was flowing. So it's the night before Elon University's first day of school. And right now it's really bright out, so I do apologize if I'm squinting a little bit. It's beautiful out here on Innovation Quad. The class of 2029, welcome to campus. You've probably seen this construction going on right behind me, and I'm actually going to show you a little bit closer. So this is the new Health EU Center. The Health EU Center is going to have 3 stories. It is going to be a recreation gymnasium. It's going to have an Olympic-sized swimming pool and more spaces for wellness as well. So more meditation and more places to really de-stress. I'm really hoping that we can get another smoothie place on campus. I am really excited. So back out here on Health EU in Innovation Quad, my name is Angelina Fantaroni for Elon News Network. I'm sending it back to you guys in the studio.
Well, that sounds great, Angelina. We're glad you were there to capture that. I know our first day of class starts tomorrow. Could you tell me anything about that?
I technically have been here for 2 weeks already, and I am so excited. If you don't know, the first classes in the morning start at 8 a.m., and the latest classes can actually be until 7:40 p.m. So I have some classes all days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I actually don't have any classes for Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, except for, Elon News Network's leadership class.
Well, thank you so much, Angelina. I know I'm really looking forward to starting this year and kicking off those classes tomorrow.
Freshman move-in day kicked off as families arrived on campus to begin the fall semester. I was there to witness the energy and the emotions of the day. Students arrived on campus bright and early to cheers from orientation leaders and others as they moved in. Throughout the day, freshmen moved into all neighborhoods on campus, excited for their new college journey.
It's surreal a little bit, but at the same time, I'm not as worried as I thought I would be. Again, like, life experiences, it's like, oh, you think it's going to be bad, but it's not.
As students piled their stuff into bins, unloaded their cars, and met their new roommates, older students like sophomore and peer educator Bennett Creasy were there to help. Creasy says that for him, helping with move-in is a way for him to give back to the Elon community.
I'm just kind of trying to carry that experience over, kind of help people move in, because it's very stressful first kind of day.
Parents and guardians felt the high emotions of move-in day as well. Mark Mangold, who's moving in his daughter, said campus's welcoming energy made the transition easier for him and his family.
We're ready. We're just super excited for this, and it's such a great place to be. And I think that makes it a lot easier, the fact that the school's so welcoming and great. Every step of the process has been awesome.
After move-in, freshmen spent the weekend at new student orientation, getting settled and ready to begin the new school year. Alice Morrissey, ENN Tonight.
It looked electric out there, Alice. I was also out there covering move-in with you, and I can say it was pretty smooth there. So had a great time covering with you.
100%, Charlotte. I remember when I was a freshman moving in, and all the nerves and excitement of the day were crazy. So I was so happy that we were there to see it this year and watch all that happens. Speaking of move-in day, let's jump right into what new students might need to know. With classes starting on Tuesday morning, just as Angelina reminded us, right now I'll be giving you a few things that both returning and new students should know. Elon is rolling out a new Wi-Fi system this year, replacing the old Elon Secure Network. The new Wi-Fi is called EDU Roam and has been up and running for students. To log in, you can just put in your Elon username and password, similar to ones you'd use to sign into Moodle or OnTrack, and then you're connected. You'll have access all over campus. As for classwork, I'm sure some of you are familiar with Moodle, but for Moodle, you can use it on your computer or download an app on your phone. There, you'll find class assignments, resources, and even a list of people in your classes under the Participants tab. Grades will also be posted on Moodle, so just click the profile on the top right corner and then hit Grades. Moving on to the OnTrack, this platform lets you log work hours if you're a student employee, view your unofficial transcript, and most importantly, add or drop classes. Speaking of which, if you need to adjust your schedule, the add or drop period is open, so see how you're feeling about your classes tomorrow and see what works best with your schedule. On Wednesday, the drop add period for the first half of semester classes close at 11:59, so right at the end of the day. And a week from now, next Monday, is the final deadline for the drop add period courses for all courses. A withdrawal will show up as a W on your transcript, but it will not affect your GPA, so don't worry. That's all I've got for new student info. Back to you, Charlotte.
Thanks, Alice, for all those tips and tricks. And something else freshmen should know, heavy rainfall this summer didn't only delay the construction of the new Healthy Youth Center, but also a new parking lot for freshmen. I spoke with University Police about where freshmen can park this year. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We'll try to figure those out. But shuttles and e-rides will be available for students to come and go from that far lot in Francis Center. We're actually going to see it right now in this next story. So those are actually some scenes from Health EU. We're actually going to throw it to commercial break. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. New Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone. Get the emergency responses there on the way.
I definitely can't drive. If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud. Love is the majority.
Welcome back, and again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. After some high humidity recently, what are we looking at this week, Mackenzie?
Thanks, Alice. We're looking at some clouds and mild temperatures for our first week of classes. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight we'll bring some clouds and a low of 58 with some wind. Our first day of classes will be mostly cloudy with a high of 78. Wednesday we'll have a high of 76, but a feel-like temperature of 84 and mostly sunny skies. Thursday will be cloudy with a high in the mid-70s, and finally Friday and Saturday will bring back the sun with a breeze and a high of 80. Here in North Carolina, it is the end of grass pollen season and the beginning of ragweed pollen. Symptoms will be particularly bad towards the end of our week due to wind picking up, so keep your windows closed at night, and I would recommend sunglasses during the day because it can cause itchy eyes. That's all. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Mackenzie. It's looking like a nice first week of class.
To kick off the start of Elon University's Planning Week, Elon News Network's Executive Director, Angelina Fantaroni, sat down with President Connie Book to discuss campus growth for this academic year.
President Book, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with Elon News Network today. I know Planning Week is always busy, and I bet you've had a very busy and warm week. Elon University this year did not meet its enrollment goal. Why is that?
Well, I mean, we set an ambitious goal, so it's more than what we budget for, but we like to exceed, or we like to perform at a really high level. So we set ambitious goals both for the undergraduate and the graduate program. So we are going to bring in a record number of graduate students. We far surpassed our goal with, we have a growth of 25% in graduate students this year.
Personally, what is the goal that you're looking forward to meeting this year?
One of the things I'm preparing our community for is that we may have more swings. You know, that Elon as an institution will have harder, so we need to prepare all of our systems to be able to respond to those swings.
What is your biggest piece of advice for the class of 2029 or any transfer students coming to Elon this year?
The three most important things that should happen to you in college are, one is that you find a sense of purpose. The second thing is that you figure out how to pay for your life. And that sometimes your pay is connected to a sense of purpose, but not necessarily. Some people have jobs and then their purpose-driven work is in the evening and on the weekend. But purpose, pay, and then the third thing is that you find who you're going to partner with in life.
Well, President Book, thank you so much for the advice and for the interview today. We really do appreciate it.
book also says that the Elon University Network is available to help students in their futures at any time.
The Princeton Review featured Elon University in its 2026 edition of the Best 391 Colleges. Elon ranked highest in several categories: 4th for Best College Theater, 6th for Everyone Plays Intramural Sports, 15th for Best College Dorms, 16th for Best College Career Services, 19th for Best Run Colleges, 21st for Most Beautiful Campus, and 24th for Best Campus Food. This guide includes only a small percentage of America's four-year colleges and are selected based on student surveys about campus life and programs. Students cited Elon's personalized resources and amazing support systems, giving Elon such a high rank.
Well, North Carolina took home the prize as the #1 state for business in 2025. CNBC scored all 50 states within 10 broad categories, and overall, North Carolina came out on top. The state's biggest strengths are the economy, workforce, and business friendliness. But because of federal budget cuts and recovery from Hurricane Helene, this could threaten its dominance for these rankings. Elon University Assistant Professor of Economics, Devin Hawkins, says throughout the years she's been in North Carolina, there's been a lot of economic change. And Hawkins says that education and taxes have a lot to do with North Carolina's high ranking.
North Carolina is kind of a very gracious land for corporations. We have a very low profit tax for corporations. We have dropping income tax. Our trending income tax has typically been going down over the last few years. Obviously, these things have volatility, but overall, it's a very pleasing fiscal advantage that North Carolina has with lower tax rates.
On top of being a high-ranked business state, North Carolina's second largest city was voted the #1 place college graduates are landing jobs. The Wall Street Journal says Raleigh, North Carolina, rises above when it comes to hiring, affordable living, and decent salary. Hitting even closer to home, Hawkins says that she's seeing more students stay in North Carolina after graduation.
So from a logistical standpoint, it's quite paradise too, which helps thrive the economic stability and the growing macroeconomic wheel that we're seeing here in North Carolina. Even hitting more upon the culture, it's very trendy state. It's keeping up with the trends. The areas are creating a vibe, right? There's areas with vibe attracting young talent, keeping the young talent here. And then families want to stay as well because they really think, well, what could beat this, right?
In one of the toughest markets for college grads to land entry-level jobs, southern cities like Birmingham, Alabama, and Austin, Texas were ranked alongside Raleigh.
The old psychology building on South Campus got a new makeover. Stick around to hear about Acorn Academy after the break.
Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride road transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes, Monday through Friday, with 30 hours on Saturdays. And for more information on road transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website. Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams, refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse. I rescued tourists from a shelter in 2009. a diva. Just does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Just makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels. Speed reading novels in record time. Yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away. Which will keep you saying, woo-woo, every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
The old Psychology and Human Service Studies building is now Acorn Academy, a child care center. The new facility aims to support faculty, staff, and student parents. Acorn Academy partnered with a national child care provider, Vivi. Right now, the academy serves infants and toddlers with plans to expand to preschoolers by 2026. It operates year-round, even during breaks and holidays. Enrollment is already underway with capacity for up to 50 children. Jessica Pauley, the Director of Communications at Vivi, says Acorn Academy will help parents in Alamance County, especially since there's a lack of child care facilities.
To be able to have reliable, best-in-class childcare right here on site at Elon University is a way that Elon University's employees can continue to grow their careers while still growing their families, and not have to trade in one for the other.
Acorn Academy launched what it's calling a backup care program today for families who need short-term childcare in a pinch.
Elon's town hall might be moving locations. During some town council meetings in the spring, the council met to discuss buying the former LabCorp office off Orange Drive. According to a statement to Elon News Network from town manager Rich Rodner, the town is currently negotiating the purchase and sales agreements with the property owners. Rodner stated that hopefully the agreements will be resolved soon. Once the agreement is signed, town officials will move into a 90-day waiting period where they will check how much renovations will cost and then potentially close.
And a new resident moves into downtown Elon. Hear about the shop called Brown after this.
You can take link transit to Burlington, Graham, Nevin, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride link transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes, Monday through Friday, with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on link transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the link transit website. Been saying for centuries. But now, we've got something to say. Save it. It's time to save ourselves by saving our money until we're no longer 80% of our life saving men who live in poverty in retirement. Save next with 12 suits with feelings of cash, then with funds. Learn how to save for your retirement at WeSaySaveIt.org. I've always been told I gotta be strong. Big skin, tough as nails.
Hurricane Erin brought bad weather to the North Carolina's coast this past week. Mackenzie Cruz is in the virtual studio with the recap.
Hey, thanks for checking in, Alice. North Carolina has recently had a lot of rough weather and ocean hazards this past week. Thanks to Hurricane Erin, the Outer Banks were a prime target of this storm. North Carolina Governor Josh Stein declared a state of emergency. The rip currents, wind, and waves were a threat that brought hundreds of National Guard troops to North Carolina. Erin peaked at a Category 5 hurricane just a few weeks ago, but most recently ranked as a Category 2 as it got closer to our coast. Erin has pushed out to sea, leaving us with sunny skies, and Tropical Storm Fernand has formed near Bermuda, and it's currently moving at 15 miles per hour, but nothing for us to worry about as long as it's going northeast. That's all on hurricane updates. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks for the update, Mackenzie.
Not only are some students on campus new, but also a shop in downtown Elon. ENN's Fiona McAllister has more on what's going on in the space that used to be Simply Oak.
Just 6 days in the making, Brown has opened its doors to the town of Elon.
It's really fun this time because the students just get here and they're fresh from summer and they're excited to be here, and so there's an energy that just starts immediately as the students arrive.
Owner Justin Duzlak is an Elon local dating all the way back to her childhood.
You know, it's kind of full circle. I said I was going to do this when I was 12 and then again in high school. Yeah, so it's good. My parents were really excited and proud, and you know, Elon's been such a big, huge part of my family and our whole family and our life.
Duzlak grew up in the Elon area and dedicated the name of her shop to her parents. As one who has a knack for fashion, Duzlak's shop is full of clothes from all over the United States and even out of the country.
I spent a lot of time looking at the brands and thinking about their state, you know, their mission and like how it's going to fit within Burlington and the Elon students. So I try really hard to, you know, edit before what's going to come in the store.
For students, those in the Burlington area, and whoever wants to stop in and take a look around, Duzlak says there's something for every occasion. Fiona McAllister, ENN Tonight.
Duzlak says that though Brown is already open, they'll be getting more items in the next few weeks and be fully settled in. Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website at elonnewsnetwork.com for stories, sports, and more.
And make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
And tonight, we're going to leave you with some clips from Freshman Move-In Day. See you next Monday, Elon.
You're like, yep. 318. This is right here. 318's right here, David.
Welcome. Thank you. West. Excellent. So they are going to go. We got snacks. We got water. We got juice. We got candy.